Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, everyone? Good to see you guys as we are here on a Monday night, as always, even though it's 2 days before Christmas. Hope you guys are doing well. A quick hello to you guys here in the chat and a blanket hello for everyone. And if you're watching the replay, we got Super Tenor. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Saying Merry Christmas Eve, right? Yeah, I know. It came quick, man. It came quick. RJ, what's up? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And thank you for the well wishes. And I'll make sure to let Coriander know you said Merry Christmas as well. Mary, what's up? Saying hey night, hey everyone. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Jeff, Paula, good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight and hope that you are all doing well. Super Tenor with a channel member anniversary. 12 months, man. You hit the year. There it is. Very cool. Thank you so much for all the support and all the laughs. You always getting some really fun clips to me and stuff. I appreciate that, man. And seriously, it's crazy when you think about how time flies, and I've talked about that a lot lately. But a whole year, one of the folks that came to us in the community, and Stephen and I always talk about that too during Slave Fest last year. And thank you so much, man. Much appreciated, and congrats, a year. That's awesome. Mr. 1K is in the house. What's up, Ginger Ninja? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Saying hey. Man, hope you're doing well and happy holidays to you and to your significant other. Hope she's doing well as well. Thank you for being here, man. Willis, what's up? Melissa, hey, what's up? Good to see y'all. We got Rachel in the house. What's up? Good to see you. Saying happy Christmas Eve or Eve for my American friends. There you go. Time is so funny, especially for all of you guys. Different time zones, different countries, different areas of the world. I love it. It's very cool. Jeff, yeah, man, years and birthdays, they go by quick. They really do. It's so true. It's no doubt about that at all. Super Turner saying thank you. It's been a great year. It has. It has. Let me just say this, and for you guys jumping in, especially if you're new to the channel or catching the replay, we're going to get into this tier list in just a second. I want to try to run right into this, but it has been a really good year. It's been a fun year. When we talk about this community, this channel, I've definitely put a lot of different things in play for the channel, and I'm really happy with where it's heading. There's been a lot of challenges. There's been a lot of changes that have happened. That's just how life is. But all in all, definitely been trying to focus on some really fun things channel wise for you guys. Some things that hopefully that you can enjoy, especially when we talk about live streaming. When you do it week after week, and for this channel, we'll be heading into, or as a content creator, I should say, I'll be heading into well, it's over 4 years, whatever it's been, but it's a challenge to do that, week in and week out, and trying to do things that are, they're fun. You're trying to add fresh takes to things, but I'm really happy with what we've done this year. Shout out to, of course, Kill and obviously Coriander for just, putting in the time and the effort. Shout out to my good buddies, Eric, who's been with us so often, especially when we talk about things like Battle World and so forth. Speaking of which, Eric is almost hitting his big milestone. So as always, if you haven't subscribed to Eric's channel, please make sure you do that. He's like 29 away from 1,500. So let's try to get him to 1,500, just like Ginger Ninja got to 1K. These are content creators that are fantastic. So if you have social media, please put that out there. But shout out to obviously Steven and all the things that we've been able to do this year with the fest. It's been a fun year. It's been a challenging year. I cannot lie about that. There's been a lot of monkey wrenches that have been thrown But we just keep pushing forward, as my good friend Steven says, we do life together. So thank all of you guys for being a part of it and to continue to support the channel. That's not an easy thing to do, so we don't take it for granted. I sure as hell don't. So thank you guys, seriously. All right. Um, and you, you guys are all right. Hey, Jeff, thank you so much, man. Jeff coming in, gifting a membership. Bro, seriously. And again, I don't want to rant too much because I want to get into our tier list and we can continue to talk. This will be a really cool stream, kind of like what we did last week, where I can really get a chance to talk with you guys as well as we're doing something. Um, it looks like it went to Cynthia. So, Cynthia, welcome to the channel membership, to the watchers. Give some love to Jeff. Jeff's been so supportive. You guys have no idea. Some of you probably do, but seriously, trying to build this community, and supporting the channel, it really helps to be able to do all the things that I try to do with this channel, the level and the consistency of the content, and I appreciate it, man. Seriously, it helps. It helps so much. So thank you. Okay, and Julie's in the house. Hey, Julie. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Julie, I don't know if you saw my post. I put a post up and you were one of the folks I was thinking of. Just we got some good stuff coming up. But she's got the link for Eric's channel. Let's get him to 1.5. 1.5. That's the hope, guys. We should be able to do it. We should be able to do it, or at least get him really close. Hollywood guy, what's up? Good to see you. Saying it's been too long. It has. Thank you for jumping in. Good to see you here. Jeff saying, I'm just trying to do my part. Love to the channel by gifting. If I can, I do as much as I can. Hey, man, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Seriously. Paul is in the house saying, would love to be a member again. Love this channel. Well, Paul, all you have to do is hit the join button next to the subscribe button. Next to the subscribe button. And Julie, if you could put the link in the chat too, much appreciated. It helps us out, even for Paula, even for the cost of one coffee a month or renting a movie a month, you can join the channel membership. It helps us. It really does. It really, really does. So guys, and I'm going to continue to talk to you guys, but I want to bring up the tier list for those who are new to the channel or maybe watching this on replay that are wondering, what are we doing with this ultimate horror movie Rankdown? We've started this list. It's a fantastic list, guys. I made adjustments last week. I might make some adjustments tonight. What I'm hoping to do is to get through most of these movies. And if not, we'll finish them up on another stream. But I also wanted to even attempt to maybe rank some of these tiers. And obviously, a lot of people will be wondering about the top tier. Maybe we'll start from the bottom. Maybe we'll start with the worst of the worst. But you guys see the movies here. I'll be naming them in a second. Well, actually, let me name them now. In the bottom at the too bad level, meaning it's horrible. We've got Jaws the Revenge. We've got an American Werewolf in Paris, and we've got Skinamarink, and they deserve to be down there. Make me think otherwise. Then we have in our second to the bottom tier called Not Digging It. Of course, we've got Ghost Ship. We've got The Final Destination, which, like I said, we might be adjusting some stuff tonight, man. I just put out Why You Hate Final Destination 3, which hopefully you guys have checked out. If you haven't, please do. And I'm just saying that's not going to be the last one in that series I'm going to do. So it's interesting that we've got The Final Destination here in the second to the bottom. We've got I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. And of course, we've got Hobo Myers, who avoided the final tier. Who would have thought? Who would have thought Hobo Myers is not in the too bad? He's in the second to last tier. Okay. In the third tier, the meh tier. We've got Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. We've got The Visit. We've got Hellraiser 3. We've got Jason Takes Vancouver. We've got Immaculate. We've got The Omen 3. We've got Children of the Corn. We've got the Salem's Lot remake. And we've got David Cronenberg's Rabbit. That was a tough one from last week for you guys that weren't here. I really struggled with Rabbit because I enjoy it. It's just not a movie that I watch very often. So I couldn't put it in groovy. So, and of course, in our top 2 tiers, we've got some fantastic movies. You guys take a look at it. Let me know what you think. I won't be able to get to everybody's comment, but I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. I'm going to try. Okay, to the chat. Let's see. Hey, Rachel. Oh, man, that is so cool. Rachel's coming in with a super chat. Rachel, seriously, thank you so much. It's been a really fun year. Let me just say this before I even read your comment. It's been a really fun year, Rachel, and I'm so glad that you've been able to be a part of a lot of what we've been doing here. A lot of celebrations, events, and of course some really fun live streams. It's always great to have you on. We're going to do some more stuff. I've got some really cool stuff planned for next year, starting in January. And I know that probably sounds cliche, because people, they say those types of things, but hopefully you guys know when I say something, I mean it. We've got some fun things to do, and Rachel, we'll be getting together. But thank you so much for your support as well as a fellow content creator. Let me just say that too, because some of you guys, are content creators as well, and to support another content creator, um, that's a really big thing because you know what's going on behind the scenes. You know the difficulty of running a channel, and to support in this way, it's a huge thing. It really is. I appreciate it, Rachel, seriously. She says Merry Christmas and big thanks and kudos to our wonderful Knight for all he does for this amazing community. We love you, dude. Oh, come, don't get me too emotional, man. I can get like that. Don't don't do that. But thank you. I appreciate that, seriously. We're going to have a lot more fun. We really are. But thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate that. It was very sweet of you to say, and it means a lot. So let's do this. Let's do let's do a clip or two for Rachel, and you guys give some love to Rachel in the chat. Let's start off with let's start with this one and see where it takes us. Here we go.
Where are you from, stranger?
Nowhere nice.
Yes, Bo.
Shut your hole!
Feels so good in my hood tonight.
Purple is the color of many pretty things from a lilac.
There we go. That was the remix. Thank you so much, Rachel. You rock. We got bored now in the chat saying happy holidays. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well too, man. Thank you so much for all your support too. Again, another content creator. You guys really rock. Seriously, I mean it. Julie, thank you for putting the link in the chat. Seriously, much appreciated. Mary saying, Night, I left you and Coriander and Stephen a beautiful message on both to watch parties. I hope you get them. Merry Christmas. Well, thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate that. And Merry Christmas to you as well. I'm going to hopefully be catching up to some more of the messages tonight and tomorrow. That's probably going to happen by tomorrow night. But thank you so much. I do get a chance to read just about every message or comment. I'm not always able to answer all of them, guys. It's really tough, especially with keeping up with all the other stuff for the channel, but I do appreciate it, seriously. So Mary, thank you. What's up, Destin in the house? Good to see you, bro. Destination Station saying, what's going on, Nightwatch Zone? I hope all is well and hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas. Same to you, brother. I hope you and your family are doing well. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic Merry Christmas. Good to see you, man. Seriously. Really, really good to see you. And thank you. Much appreciated, brother. Much appreciated. Let's see. I'm just catching up to you guys. I won't get to everyone, but I try to, especially in these types of streams where we're kind of kicking back a little bit. Rachel said, let's get the werewolves higher and go ship. Oh, Rachel, come on. Julie, thank you for putting the link in for my Why You Hate Final Destination 3. Again, guys, if you haven't seen it, please do put some likes and comments on it. It'd be great. Seriously, that's one thing this year, that I've really put a lot, guys, I'm telling you, you have no idea, a lot of time into working on that series, working on uploads. And it takes sometimes days to do, one video. It definitely takes a lot of hours, but I appreciate all the support for those videos. I'm having so much fun with them as well. It's been, I really think that this has been a really good year for content and kind of upping my game a bit, which of course means you put more time into it. So thank you, Julie, for putting that there. Rachel said, my mission is to get Paris, Werewolves, and Ghost Ship higher and push it 1990 into Cream. I love it from 1990. I really do. Much love. She is fighting. What's up, Herbert? Good to see you as well. Okay, now in the tier list, next up we've got Madman. Now, there may not be many of you guys here that have been around long enough to know about this film. We did this film as an episode on Slasher Movie Club, and it is notorious. It is absolutely it's so notorious that I actually made a couple of clips out of it and put it on social media and so forth, because it was hilarious. The back and forth with me and Coriander. This is a slasher film from the 80s. Of course, in Slasher Movie Club, we did a lot of deep dives on slasher films from way back in the day. And this movie, it sucks. It sucks. And the worst part about it is it's got a really good setup. It's got a good, place it takes. It has all the elements that should be decent, at least. And they kind of they crap the bed on it. I'm putting it in too bad. It's got to go to too bad. And I know some people that really enjoy it. Well, I won't go into the deep dive of it. We did the episode a long time ago. You guys can check that out. But yeah, it's at the bottom. Next up, we've got Poltergeist. Listen, this film, it touches my heart in so many ways. As a kid, seeing my little brother Killian afraid of the clown, and so many other great moments this film has, and the memories it gives. It's a great film. It's a masterpiece by the late great Tobe Hooper. Yeah, look, Steven Spielberg might have done some help on the film, but I'll always think of this as a Tobe Hooper film with some Steven Spielberg touches in there. It's a great movie. The question for me is, does it go into the cream? That's the question, guys. I do love this movie. You know what? I'm almost talking myself into it. It's definitely at least groovy, like super high level groovy. Let's do this. I'm gonna put it in groovy for now. We might adjust that later, but I absolutely love Poltergeist. I just want to make sure we get through a couple of these. Next up is Alice, Sweet Alice. Let me ask this question. I know at least one person in this chat who's a moderator knows this film very well. How many of you guys know of the film Alice, Sweet Alice? We did this as an episode on Slasher Movie Club a long time ago. Fantastic discussion. We had our good buddy Dan on with us. It was really, really fun. Tell me if you know of this movie, and if you do, where should it go? Let's see, who else? We got Arthur saying Scream 4 a refund. Scream 4 a refund. What? We do have Scream 4 in this list, and it is coming up, and it'll be interesting to see where that goes. But thank you for being here in the chat. We appreciate it. Hollywood guy saying, is the thing in this list? I missed a lot. Don't worry about it. We're gonna, I'm trying to do a little bit of a recap of what we've already done. It might be in this list. I'm not sure, but this isn't like every movie of all time. I wanted to do a specific list. I think there's 70 movies or so. I wanted to do a specific list of films from back in the day, all the way up to films that I've just recently seen, movies from 2024 as well. So I think this is a pretty fun list. Rachel saying these clips kill me. I know. I love them too. Alan in the house. What's up? Saying the original, it is cream. Let's fix that. Well, I'm going to take a look at it in a second. I will take a look at it because I did some adjustments last week. And I might do some more tonight. Pretty sure I will. What's up, Gory? Okay. Melissa saying, oh my God, Final Destination 3, my favorite one with the roller coaster. Well, check out the video, Melissa. After this live stream, check out the video and leave a comment. That would help out a lot. It will. What's up, Neil? Neil in the house. Good to see you, man. Saying, I've seen Mad Men. I know you have. Neil, tell me you agree with me. It belongs at the bottom. Please tell me. Julie's working hard. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. I want you to enjoy this live stream too, though. Don't worry too much about links. But thank you. She's got the link for Slasher Movie Club. You're all right. You say that's too bad. It is. Rachel saying Poltergeist is cream. Such a great haunting. Also, the effing clown can get fucked. I know. Listen, I love it too. My mind is spinning right now thinking about it. Who knows? I might move it up. It's definitely a film I love. Neil saying it's the cream. Okay, you guys might convince me. Julie, of course, knows Alice, Sweet Alice, saying it's the cream. All right. Let's see. Rachel saying, I heard someone once say that the family is in Poltergeist is a Spielberg family, but what happens to the family is all Toby Hooper. And I thought that was very accurate. It's probably pretty accurate. I think that there were touches in the film that's very Steven Spielberg like. You know what I'm saying? So if he did some helping or suggesting or even a little bit of directing, I can see that. What's up, Gene? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Neil saying Alice, Sweet Alice is at least groovy. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. It is at least groovy. The question is it groovy or cream for me? What's up, Nathan? Big fan of Alice, Sweet Alice. Okay. Jeff saying it's groovy. All right. Mary saying it's the cream. It's terrifying. The mask and the raincoat. It is. Melissa saying I will check it out. Well, thank you, Melissa. You guys, come on. I listen, and I've tried to stick to this. Every week I'm putting out one of those Why You Hate videos. That's my hope. And I have one queued up. And the only question I have is if it's going to come out tomorrow or Thursday, at the end of the week. I'm probably going to wait till at the end of the week because I know everyone's doing Christmas, but definitely keep track of it. It helps a lot. It really does. Those videos help the live streams, to be quite honest. So it's all like working in tandem. So Jeff, Madman is really bad. It is. It could have been good too. It could have. Hey, we got Val in the house. What's up, Val? Good to have you here. Hope you're doing well. And early Merry Christmas. Saying Alice, Sweet Alice is 1000% the cream. Oh, that was good. You got me with that. 1000%. Oh man, there you go. 1000%. I love that. That's great. Look, let's do this. Now you got me really thinking. That's right, Mary. The general's in the house. Melissa, you should see Alice, Sweet Alice. You really should. Again, guys, again, it's been a while since we've talked about it here, but truly, every time we talk about a film, especially in a live stream format, definitely, if you're listening to what we're saying, if we recommend it, check it out. Okay, so Alice, Sweet Alice, I love it. It's a fantastic movie from front to back. we're gonna put it in the cream. We're gonna put it in the cream. That's what we're gonna do. It's fantastic. You guys made me rethink this. You guys really did. Mike's in the house. What's up? Saying Lost Boys is one of my favorites. Cream it is. Yes, it is. Oops, I just took it down. Hold on. It is in the cream. It will stay in the cream. No doubt about that. Let me just let me pull it back up. Uh, and we've only got a couple of these films up in the cream category. But thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And as always, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It helps us out, and we appreciate that. All right. I think I'm caught up in the chat. That's pretty good. Herbert saying Madman, the atmosphere was top notch. Might have been a typical body count slasher. The atmosphere was really good. That's what really frustrated me about it. And again, we talked about it. Well, now it's been a long time ago, easily at least 2 or 3 years. But check out our Slasher Movie Club playlist. We talked about it. It was a fun conversation, though. A lot of frustration. There's a lot of frustration. Val saying, yes, we are putting it in the cream. Yes, we are. Well, once you said 1,000%, I really had to calculate that. You know what I'm saying? and don't get me wrong, I'm not, when I say I had to calculate it, it didn't mean that I didn't think it was going to go there. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure. Okay, guys. Next up, you you guys knew it. Which listen, I might surprise you guys a lot in 2025 because I've got a couple of different things that I'm working on planning. Redemption watches and redemption reviews and so forth. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say to tease. And look at what we got next. We got the Nightmare remake from 2010. Famously, I've talked about this movie many times. We've done deep dives on it. I did a Why You Hate episode on it. And listen, you guys know if you've been around, I have a lot of issues with this film. But this might surprise you guys, but there are some things that are in it that I think are good. You know, it is not a total failure. It's not 100% a total failure, but there's frustration in it. There's frustration in it because I could see what they were trying to do. They just made some bad choices that overall screws up the final product. You know, I'm trying to talk my way around this thing because I know most people think it's going to go at the very bottom. And there was a time when it would, but tonight is a different night. You guys are not going to believe it. And again, we're just having fun with this. This could all change. Well, there's a couple on this list that I've, put in certain tiers that would never change, but some things might. I'm literally going to put Elm Street, the remake. I'm not going to put it in Too Bad. I'm going to put it. I'm thinking about it so much. I'm going to put it. All right, I'm going to put it into Not Digging It. I'm going to put it into Not Digging It. I almost put it in Meh. I almost did it, guys. But there's no lying. I had to search in my soul. But I'm going to tell you this, though. This year, I've tried to do a lot of different type of content, diving a little bit deeper into a lot of films, especially in the Why You Hate series, because I have to do a lot of research for those movies, even though some of those movies I know front and backwards. But for the Elm Street remake, I did a lot of research on it and just kind of crafting that video. It did make me look at the film a little bit differently because I had to look at the good things as well and had to focus on some of those things for the sake of the video. And anyways, I'm rambling, but all I'm saying is that there's some elements of the film that I had to be honest about that I did enjoy. That's not to say I'm still not a fan of it, and there's still a lot of frustration, but you guys get the point. Okay, in the chat, Neil says Nightmare remake is so too bad. Listen, man, I'm telling you, It's been a crazy year. I've come around on some things. Like it's literally happening in real time. I always say to folks, you never know if your opinion may change on stuff, but I'm coming around on a couple of things. So we'll see where it goes. But I definitely can understand why you would put it in the bottom level. And like I said, there was a time I would too. Okay, Jeff saying I don't have to think about the remake of Nightmare. I'm not digging it. There you go. Eric, what's up, bro? The man himself in the house, like I was saying to you guys earlier, Eric is so close to 1500. Let's get him there. Saying redemption watches, time for a rewatch of Needful Things, my dude. Come on, man. Dude, that's a deep cut. See, that's when you have someone that's been around a long time like you can pull out things that most people have no clue what you're talking about. But yes, I've talked about my frustration of Needful Things a long time ago. You're all right, man. Thank you for thank you for being here, man. Hope you're doing well. And seriously, I was going to text you anyways, but just to say it here, I hope that you and the fam have a fantastic holiday. Seriously. Okay. Okay. Rachel saying still haven't seen the remake. Wow. That's crazy, Rachel. Oh my gosh. You know what, Rachel? Hold that thought. Let's connect on Instagram at some point. I know the holidays is here. It's crazy, but we might have to do a watch party of that with you there live just to see what's going on. Hold that thought seriously. And just to tease this, we still are completing our Elm Street debates series, and we'll continue those obviously in January once we switch over to the new year. And I'm just gonna say this, guys, the remake episode, I've already got it locked in. You guys are gonna have a blast with who is going to be the special guest. I don't know where it's gonna land. I don't know. With the debate series, it's so much fun because we're scoring the film through categories. You know what I'm saying? So my special guest specifically asked to be on the remake episode. So I was like, wow, bro. Okay. Very cool. Okay. Julie saying Nightmare 2010 is probably meh. Julie, I almost got it there. I hope you're proud of me. I almost got it to meh, which is crazy to even think that I would put it there. But anyways, you never know. You never know. And Nathan coming in with the hot take. I'm actually a big fan of the remake. Nathan, I don't blame you. There are some things in it, like I said, that are really cool. I'll put it that way. But there's just so many other things that they did that I think hurt it, and I could get into a big discussion of that, but I won't here because we're doing the tier list. But check out my Why You Hate episode. I put some of those thoughts in that. I've talked about the remake quite a bit because we've covered Elm Street in a lot of different ways, and we'll continue to debate it. RJ, not a fan of Jackie Earl Haley, is he's saying as the worst Freddy. Well, yes, compared to Robert. That's true. It's very true. When you think about it like that, yes, he is the worst Freddy Krueger. But other than Robert, I thought he did a really good job. I think he did a really good job. Val saying that one needs to go in its fact category. Val. And Val knows my history with the remake. I don't know, Val. There's just some thoughts. There's some parts of me. Well, anyways, hey, you never know. You never know. I could have put it in the final category, but there were just some things about. Put it this way, like there's some parts of the film I think that work really well. There's some things that look pretty good, much better than what I went through watching Skinamarink or even Madman. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I got to put it a level above those. Trickster, what's up in the house? How you doing? Mike saying, I agree, Night Watch. Nightmare remake is bad, but not that bad. A New Nightmare is worse, in my opinion. Ooh, wow. Mike, stay tuned because we still have a New Nightmare that we're going to do in January for the Great Elm Street debates. And that's going to be a fun episode as well. We still have a couple of Elm Street films to finish, to complete the debates, and then ultimately we'll rank the franchise based upon the scores each film gets. Okay. Eric saying Jackie is the worst Freddy. Not really fair when there's only two. I know, right? but he is the worst, right? He is worse. We got Rod in the chat. What's up, Rod? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Julie, once again, putting in the link for Eric. Let's get him to 1,500. Yes. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm caught up. Rachel saying, sounds good. Yeah, man, we got to watch that. That's crazy. Ginger Ninja saying, oh no, the remake. Oh no. Right? I know. Neil saying the only remakes worse than Nightmare are Inside and Martyrs. What? What about The Fog? That's worse. Listen, when you I will say this though, Neil, and maybe you were thinking along these lines too. When you think about the original film and how good it was and how bad the remake is compared, yeah, Nightmare, it's really bad, comparing it to 84, no doubt about that. Same thing with Inside and Martyrs. And Eric saying, I appreciate all the shout outs and help to try to get me to 1,500 by the new year. Much appreciated to everyone. Absolutely, man. Yeah, no doubt. We're going to try, bro. We're going to try. And Eric saying the Friday 13th remake is far worse than what? Wait, what? Wait a minute, man. Really? Bro, this is for you, man. What? Eric, listen, I know because you obviously know as well as anyone, being live right now, I'm not able to write that down, bro. That has to be an episode. We got to talk about that. We've got to talk about that. I didn't know you thought that. Okay, we got to talk about it, bro. Please write it down for me and let's touch base on it. I know Christmas is right here, so after Christmas, we got to talk about it. Yes. Wow. You got me with that one. Neil said I'd sub again if I could, Eric. Right. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up. We're at 30 likes. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. Jeff saying, oh yeah, the Fog remake is bad. I forgot about that one. It was so bad I erased it from my memory. Right? Man, I was so disappointed in that, man. I was really hopeful, that it would at least be decent. And man, it crapped the bed so hard. It really did. Rod saying, what about Black Christmas 2019? That's a good point too. Yeah. Derek, you gotta leave the doll alone in the original. It's a nightmare. It's surreal. Trickster say worst remake of all time has to be Psycho. It's bad. It was just a bad choice. Yeah. And Jeff's like, the remake of Friday is much better than the remake of Nightmare. We're gonna have to talk about it. Seriously. Yep. The candy Val says, oh no, the candy cane sniffer. I know, right? Eric, I love you. Val, I know. It's a huge hoe take. Seriously. Oh my gosh. I own the Fog remake on DVD. I use it as a coaster now. Right? There you go, man. Neil saying, I haven't seen the Fog remake in years, and I don't remember much. It's a little foggy, I guess, right? Keep it that way. Man. All right. Now, I'll get back to you guys in a second. Next up is Scream 4, guys. This is where we start to the rubber meets the road a little bit. And Steven, if you're watching this, bro, here we go. Listen, I love 4. I really do. I think it has so many great elements. I love Jill in this film. The reveal was crazy. The finale was crazy. The question is, where does it go? That's the question. Oh, this is tough. This is what I'm going to do. Let's do this because I want to get through a lot of these films and we can adjust We can adjust, guys. We have the technology to adjust. I'm going to automatically go to groovy. All right. The question is, could it get to cream? You guys let me know. Let's talk about it in the chat. Let's talk about it. Who knows? It's a really, really, really good movie. I love it a lot. But, and you guys know this, when I rank the Scream films, there's always a question: is it in number 3, the number 3 spot? And obviously, if you guys have been around, you know what's in the first 2 spots. So that's the question of whether or not it could go to cream. Because the cream is the cream of the crop. Okay, that's the point. That's the point. Next up is Terrifier 2. Just like last week when we talked about Terrifier 3, a lot of folks love those films. A lot of folks can't deal with it. They can't deal with all the gore and all that type of stuff. You guys know me. I can watch a movie as gory as any movie. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. I actually enjoy these films. I think that what Damien's been able to do is absolutely bonkers, especially in today's day and age of the film industry, to kind of come out of nowhere, helping to fund this thing right off of the ground. The practical work that he himself worked on, the practical work is unbelievable. It's unbelievable, and I'm glad there are creators out there like him that are doing practical work. As a big fan of the films of the 80s and the wizards that did practical work. So I'm rambling, and that tells you guys that this is at least going to go high, and it is going to go high. I'm going to put it in groovy. Let's go to groovy, guys. Okay, let's talk about it. What do we got going on in the chat? Let me catch up to you guys just for a moment. We've Quentin's in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. We've got a really varied tier list going here. Yes. Eric saying it's a nightmare, it's surreal. Then that's the excuse I'm using when you hate on the bad CGI of the wall Freddy in the remake. I will say this, touche. I will say this though, the ending of the remake, pulling Nancy's mother into the mirror, that was great. That was a really good touch. When I first saw it in the theater, it caught me off guard. It really did. It was a really good touch. But that wall Freddy is horrible. Come on. That's just horrible. I don't know why they made those. Well, I do know why they made those choices, as I have talked about quite a bit, especially in my Why You Hate episode. But no, I'm not going with that. Come on. You're all right, man. Ginger Ninja said the Fog remake watch party. Guys, I will say this, and tell me what you think. I know a couple of you guys here would love the idea. We've done a lot of fun watch parties. We'll continue to do them. Watch parties can be a double-edged sword in a way, because sometimes it can really be so specific, for the viewers, like if they're on board with watching it for whatever reason, whether they love the movie or whether they hate it. So one thing I've toyed around with in my mind is, and we've done it a few times, but doing watch parties for films that we just absolutely don't love for whatever reason. So the Fog remake could fit into that category. You guys let me know. Would that be something you'd want to do? I'm really toying around with that idea. Like I said, guys, and I try to do this as much as possible, and I think we've been fairly successful at it. Just trying to always do fresh takes on the content that we do here, how we do it, and so forth. So that would definitely be a fresh take, to do some movies that we have big issues with. Jeff saying Scream 4, I like it. I put it in groovy personally. All right. Eric going with meh. Okay. Said found it kind of boring in my last watch. Okay. Mike saying it's goated, the second best Scream overall, in my opinion. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ginger Ninja saying 4 is a 5 out of 6. Oh, yeah. For the franchise ranking. Ooh, wow. Really? Now, just out of fun, for fun's sake here, What's in the last place, Ginger Ninja? I'm curious now. I'm curious. Ooh. And hey, Rachel's coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, Rachel. $5 super chat. Seriously, thank you. Saying, here's where I show my insane love for the Scream franchise. 4 is my least fave of the franchise, and I'd still put it in groovy. Oh, there you go. Now, I didn't know that was your least favorite, though. Really? Rachel, you got to tell me, where's 5 and 6? So 4 is, wow, that's crazy. And is it a big gap between, um, you know, 4th place, 5th place, and 6th place? Wow, that's interesting. I did not know that. You guys are surprising the hell out of me tonight. Okay, let's do another clip. Let's do this. Thank you so much, Rachel. We really do appreciate um, just all the support. Seriously, it helps a lot. Let's go back to let's see an oldie. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Here's an oldie but goodie. Here we go.
Don't worry about your neighbor, cause your neighbor ain't worried about you. Oh, hold on. Sing something, y'all. Sing. That's it. They gonna sing something for y'all. Jesus, I thought I had polygrip on these. Y'all sing. How your teeth feel now.
And there we go. There we go. Thank you, Rachel. Val saying 4 is not digging it for me. Ooh, maybe it's my age, oldest. Oh, geez, stop, Val. But it didn't care for the motive. All right. Wow. Not digging it. Val, let's if you're able to, let me know your ranking of the franchise too. That's crazy. I did not know that. I really did not know that. Or if I did, I didn't remember it offhand. Wow. All right. We got some hot takes going on in here. Let's see. We got DJ in the house. Hey, DJ. Good to see you, man. Neil saying, I totally dig Scream 4. All right. Paula wants it in the cream. Let's see. Ginger Ninja saying it's meh. All right. Ooh. Mike says it's the cream. Wow. Let's see. Jerry's in the house. What's up, Jerry? Good to see you. Saying hello. Hope you're doing well, bro, and happy holidays. And again, for you guys that have just come in, obviously, I've already said it, but to say it again, happy holidays to all of you. Hope that you guys have a very, very amazing Christmas, you and your families, friends, loved ones, and so forth. So, all right. Mike said, not digging Terrifier. Okay. Let's see. I'm way behind here. Mary's saying Terrifier 2 is the cream. It's not for everyone. Ooh, that's for sure. Sienna, one of the best final girls ever. She is a great final girl. Yes, I agree. And Eric saying, got to get going. I appreciate you all. Have a great holiday. Be safe. Same to you, man. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, brother. Absolutely. And I'll be talking to you. And Jeff coming in with a $5 super chat saying you should do a list of the worst remakes. You know, that's a great idea. I have toyed around with that idea. That is a really cool idea, Jeff. Jeff, throw that idea out to me in the comments. I will definitely think about that, man, because it is not a bad idea at all. I mean, I've talked about remakes that I don't like in different types of ways in the past. It's been a long time though, to be quite honest. But yeah, that's a good idea. I like that idea. Okay, man, let's do a clip for you. Thank you so much. Let's have some fun, guys. You know who has to be a part of this live stream. Here we go.
If you don't want to be a crazy fool, you better study real hard and stay in school. Somebody.
There it is. Thank you so much, Jeff. Seriously. Okay. Now, let me just say, I'm way behind in the chat, guys. I'm going to try to catch up as much as I can, but I'm probably not going to be very successful. What's up, Dominic? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Ginger Ninja going 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Wow. Okay. One. Okay. And Rachel saying 6 is my second fave. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Rachel's going 1, 6, 3, 5, 2, 4. Interesting. That is so interesting. That, you know what? Wow. Okay. You guys are too funny. Oh man. And Val's going 1, 3, 2. Okay. 6, 5, 4. Wow, Val. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I really did not know that. Man, 5 is getting some love, or well, a little bit of love. Okay. Uh, uh. Okay, so let's get to our next. Neil said, I'm going to time out everyone for 5 minutes so I can catch up. I know, man. I'm sorry, guys. It's tough though to get to everyone's comment. All right, it is a controversial ranking. It really is. Okay, next up on this tier list, we've got Pieces. Pieces from, I believe it's 82. Definitely an old school slasher. We talked about Pieces as well on Slasher Movie Club. And I know a couple of you guys that do know this movie and love it. The rest of you guys, let me know if you've ever seen Pieces. It is an OG slasher. It really is. I love this film. We had such a fun deep dive discussion on it in our Slasher Movie Club episode. It's got to go to Groovy. It's got to go to Groovy. I do watch this film on a fairly regular basis. You know, it's one of those movies that it's just so bonkers, like in a good way. But it's a great slasher. It really is. And Eric had to leave, but here we go. The Friday the 13th remake. You guys know now we're getting serious now when we talk about anything Friday the 13th, as far as I'm concerned. Listen, guys. And Eric, if you're watching this on replay, bro. All right. So he said that it was worse than the Nightmare remake. I definitely want to have a discussion about that, a debate about that. But look, if you guys know, you know that I don't agree with that. I actually enjoy the Friday remake. It's got a lot of great things in it. I do know of the complaint about, character wise, not having a lot of characters that you are on board with. But I look, guys, when I saw it in the theater, I was like, all right, that is pretty good. It's not my favorite Friday the 13th, and I've talked about the franchise. I've ranked the franchise quite a few times. So you guys, if you remember those rankings, then it's not my favorite. It's not in the top 3 or 4, but I do enjoy a lot of things in it. I really do. So it's got to go to Groovy because I do watch it on a regular basis. There we go. All right, let me let me jump to the chat. Oh man. Let's see. You know what, Neil? I knew you would agree with me. Pieces is groovy, a Spanish giallo spoof. It's great. It's great. That would be a fun film to do a watch party for. It really would. Dominic saying it's a classic. It is. It really is. Jeff saying Pieces, I'm putting groovy. Unfortunately, I'm old enough to watch most of these movies from the 80s. Hey, I hear you, man. We're a lot of us are in the same boat. But it was a great time for films, man. It really was. It really, really was. There were a lot of great movies, a lot of great filmmakers and artists. Seriously. Rachel saying, oh no, Pieces. Bastard. This is too bad. Really, Rachel? It's going all the way at the bottom? Rachel is killing me tonight, but she's got some good hot takes, man. We'll have to do another one of those streams. I haven't done that in a long time, just doing hot takes. Yeah. Herbert saying Eli Roth loves Pieces. Oh yeah, of course. Eli Roth, is a big fan, especially of a lot of the old school horror films, and he definitely has an appreciation for what they were able to do, and you can see that in his filmography, his inspiration. So education's in the house. What's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, and happy holidays. Ginger Ninja saying Kareem, Friday 13th remake is stupendous. Perfect placement. It sure was, Ginger Ninja. Oh man, too funny. Let's see. Rachel saying haven't seen Pieces. Yeah, old school slasher. Old school slasher. Rachel says it's terrible. And Neil saying watch the unrated cut. There you go. There you go. And thank you, Val. That's so sweet of you. We've got the link for Slasher Movie Club, old school time, and yeah, we had so much fun with those films. We were fortunate enough, and I said this earlier, we were fortunate enough to do um, a lot of great discussions. A lot of folks, even here, Neil included, some of you other guys. Able to talk about some films that a lot of folks didn't know about, or maybe didn't remember, or maybe didn't know a lot about. So that was fun. We were able to do over 100 episodes, man. That's just crazy to think about that. And who knows what'll happen in the future. Maybe we'll bring it back or do some other episodes in that format, which I really enjoyed, and I quite missed, to be honest. Coriander as well. All right. Rachel saying I didn't mind the Friday remake, but Jason randomly taking hostages was weird. Well, he come on, it was because she reminded him of Pamela, though. So I don't know. Was it weird? Put it this way: it was definitely different, and it caught me off guard. But the way they were trying, and I talked about this in my Why You Hate the Friday remake. What they were trying to do with the story, as far as to change it a little bit, or I should say build the mythology a little bit more. I understand what they were trying to do. This Jason was different in that sense. And I was okay with it. I was okay with it. But I can definitely understand and agree that it was different, and I can understand you thinking it's weird. I really do. Yep. Mike saying the Friday remake is my favorite of the series. I love them all. The remake is cream. I will also accept Groovy. Well, there you go. There you go. Let's see. And we got Dude in the house. What's up? Happy holidays. Saying got here late, but I have to stand up for Jaws the Revenge. I like the film and will always have its back. Excellent ranking, by the way. I see you, Exorcist 3. Yes. Listen, and I said this last week when I did some adjustments. I haven't seen Jaws 4 in forever. So maybe that will be a rewatch as well, to see if it truly belongs totally at the bottom. But just from what I remember, and just, I don't know, man. Like, I can have fun with it for sure. Yeah, I could have some fun with it. But yeah, I had to put it at the bottom. I had to put it in the bottom. Okay. And the best slasher movie club stream was The Prowler. It definitely was a lot of fun, man. No doubt. And you were awesome on it. You're too funny, man. You never let me forget. And like I said, and Neil, I was thinking about this. We gotta do something else. Either hit a different movie, or I've got a couple other ideas. But stay tuned, man, because we gotta get you back on too. All right. Next up. That's right, Jeff. Jason had to protect his weed that was growing in the forest. Okay, next up, we got The Substance. Guys. And I haven't even done a lot of talking about The Substance. Just finally saw it not too long ago. It's funny because Kill and Coriander and I, we all watched it together. Actually, and I haven't said this a lot. Some of you guys knew, but we had a little mini vacation to kind of we had to celebrate Christmas early, just family stuff going on, and we were all together and we saw The Substance. We were all together hanging out. It was actually the first time that all three of us were physically in the same place, which was awesome. We were visiting my dad, and it was really cool. It was really cool. There was a part of me that was thinking, it'd be cool if we had done a live stream together and like we were all physically there together, which would have been the first time ever that we've done that. And but we just, we didn't have a lot of time, and we were on vacation, so you know, I had to turn off that part of my brain that's a content creator. But long story short, we all saw The Substance together. All three of us loved it. I mean, all the talk, it was valid. So I'm gonna tell you what, guys. And so I've only seen it once. It was fantastic. And when you talk about body horror and all those types of elements, I'm putting it in the cream. I'm putting it in the cream. Once it was done, we were talking so much about it. I said, "Shit, man, we should do we should do this as like a discussion, a video." But it was great. You guys let me know what you think in the chat. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I want to catch up to you guys. Um Jeff, you're not missing anything. If you haven't watched Jaws 4 in a long time, it was terrible. Rachel saying The Substance is cream. Such a fantastic film. So insane. It was. Oh my goodness. It was so crazy. It was so crazy. Val saying haven't seen that one. Oh, you haven't seen The Substance? Oh, Val. Man, and again, I'm talking about a lot of ideas. Some of them, who knows if we'll actually be able to enact them, but that would be a fun watch party just to get some reactions, Val. I'm telling you. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Neil saying, haven't seen The Substance. Blu-ray doesn't come out until January, I think, so still waiting on it. Ooh, I'm going to be curious to see what you think of it, man. Seriously. Jeff hasn't seen The Substance. All right. Hey, Ryan, good to have you here. Hope you're doing well, man. Welcome to the chat. We're having a blast with this tier list and just generally talking a lot. And Ryan saying it's a fantastic film. It is, man. It is. And I just saw it not too long ago. Just a couple of weeks ago. I had waited on it because I just was waiting to see it, and then I got the chance to watch it with Kill and Coriander, and it's a fun watch with other folks. Let me put it that way. So we might have to do a watch party for it. I'm really thinking about that, man. So you guys let me know. Again, these are all things on the table as always, and I tried to do that a lot this year. In 2024 is to really tailor what we do to what people show up for, what they enjoy and so forth. So that's always the thing. I've always tried to do fun content and projects, but this year I tried to do stuff that was fun, but that I knew people wanted to see or watch. So and I think it's been a good thing for the channel. It's been a really, we've had a really good year. So you guys let me know. Jeff coming in with a $10 super chat. Hey, thank you so much, Jeff. Wow. Oh, man, I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Merry Christmas, man. Seriously. He says, The Substance, can you stream it? Because I never seen it either. Yes, you can stream it. It is on Vudu or Fandango, whatever they call it now. It is streaming. So, Jeff, if you like the idea of us doing a watch party for The Substance, let me know, man. And I'm really leaning towards doing that, coming in the beginning of the year. So January, early January. We're going to be doing, I also want to say this too, guys, a lot of stuff going on, I know, but hey, we're hanging out, we're chilling. We're also going to, get back into doing our watch parties, especially for our channel members and Patreon members, doing those exclusive ones We have a couple of things lined up that hopefully we'll be able to get going right at the beginning of the new year. So, but let me know, should we do the substance? All right, Jeff, let's do a clip for you. Let's have some fun. Sometimes crazy stuff happens, man, and it might look like this. All right, man. Jeff, thank you so much. I just realized I wish Kill was here because he always cracks up on that clip, especially when when Joaquin's in there. Thank you so much, Jeff. We appreciate you, seriously. And Val, thank you for reminding folks too. If you've been gifted a membership, you want to renew it, click on the See Perks button and click to renew. And we really appreciate that, guys. We've had, like I said, we've had a really good year, doing a lot of different content and having some fun, trying to strengthen the community, and it's been a roller coaster. I'm not gonna lie, it's a roller coaster. But for you guys that do help out, trying to strengthen it with a lot of the gifting you've done, much appreciated. And for you guys that do get the gifted memberships, please consider renewing it. Like Val was saying, that really helps us so much. It helps us to do more, and I've been trying to make good on that promise this year, and I think we've done a lot of a lot of good stuff. We've had a lot of great guests on the panel, a lot of fantastic discussions and people in the community and other content creators. So, but it all starts from there as far as the community and helping to support us and being there and watching what we do and so forth. So thank all of you for this year. It's been fun. It really has. Let's see. Tricks are saying, I guess I'm weird because even after seeing all the negative reviews on Malignant, I actually liked it. Oh, I really loved Malignant. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a fun film. It really is. Zed saying, I bought the Nightmare on Elm Street film set at Walmart like 15 years ago. Ooh, it's a good set, man. I mean, and I'm still waiting for them to come out with a Blu-ray box set, but that's another conversation. Okay, Val saying definitely would watch it for a watch party. Okay, very cool. Jeff saying, oh yeah, most definitely, I would love to see it. The Substance. Let's do it. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna say it right now, guys. Let's go for that. Let's plan on doing The Substance for a watch party in January, probably early January, but I'm still finishing up arranging the calendar. But yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Gabriella's in the chat saying, hey, Nightwatch Zone and chat, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, and hope you have a good holiday coming up. We appreciate you being here. We're just doing this tier list and having some fun and talking and all that stuff. So, all right. I think I'm almost caught up. Alan saying, looking forward to Nosferatu. Yeah, man, me too. And man, my fingers are so crossed that we get to see it this week. I'm hoping. I think we will. That's the plan. Julie saying, still need to see The Substance. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think we will have it happen in January. I think we will. So stay tuned. Ginger Ninja saying we're at 39 likes. Thank you so much, man. Much appreciated for all the support. Okay, next up is The Evil Dead. Evil Dead, or I should say, well, Evil Dead 4. Some people say remake, spiritual sequel, whatever we want to call it. Fede Alvarez killed it in this movie. I love this movie so much. I really do, guys. This to me, and it's funny because some people consider it a remake, some people don't. And even when you talk with Sam Raimi and Fede, they kind of they kind of go all over the place with it, whether it is a remake or or sequel or spiritual sequel, whatever. The bottom line is it's great. It is so good, and I am so tempted to put this in the cream. You guys, let me know, where would you put it? We're gonna go to Groovy right now. We're gonna go to Groovy. That's where we're going. And you guys, let me know what you think. Next up, we got Urban Legend, another really fun slasher film. Um, you know, and we've talked about this. We talked about this on Slasher Movie Club as well, interestingly enough. Um, I really enjoy this film. There's so many great things in it. The question is where I'm going to put it. Ooh, you know, wow. I'm going to go with Groovy. I'm going to just look, I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go with Groovy. Got to do it. You guys, let me know what you think. Let me catch up to the chat. This is cool. And I just took the tier list off. Jeff saying, I love the Evil Dead remake personally. Put it in the cream. You know, yeah, it's great. It really is great. I'm just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think about it. It is really, really good. But I don't know if I'm gonna put it all the way in the cream. I don't know. You guys, let's continue to talk about it. What do we think? What do we think about Evil Dead? Okay, let's see what we've got next. Let me get the screen going here. Sometimes technology is crazy. We got some really cool stuff coming up. Where are we? Okay. And Ryan saying Evil Dead wasn't that bad. Okay. All right. Let's see. Who else? I knew Ginger Ninja would say this. The cream. Evil Dead 2013 is freaking insane. It is. Neil's going with the cream. All right. Now I'm thinking, guys. Now I'm thinking. Let's see. Julie saying, I can't wait to see Nosferatu. Tried to talk my family to going to the theater on Christmas to see it, but I'm the only one interested. Julie, let me say, I'm glad you wrote this comment, Julie. Hopefully you'll get a chance to see it. I know what you mean, man. Like, that's part of what doing this channel does for me personally, because I'm one of the few folks, whether it's family or close friends, that really gets into these movies like that. You know what I'm saying? I remember, and of course my brother's the same way. We would talk all the time about movies, and eventually that's what really got us into doing YouTube. I just said, man, look, I can talk about movies all day, and I've done it since I was a little kid. But I will say this, Julie. I mean, that's what's so fun about this community, is that at least we get to hang around other folks that have that passion. But I do hope you get to see it in the theater ASAP. I'm going to be trying my best as well. I really am. But I think a lot of us can relate to Julie's story, is what I'm getting to. Okay, Gabrielle is saying, I'm considering checking out Nosferatu on Christmas, but don't know if I will ever make it out of the house that day, but I'll see. Well, I hope you get a chance to. I really do. If not on Christmas, then maybe the day after or this weekend. I'm hearing a lot of good things about it. I don't know anything about it, so no spoilers. As always, we always have that rule here, no spoilers. But I can't wait to see it. I really can't. I'm so excited for it. It's one of the films I've been anticipating the most this year. It really is. Let's see. Jeff also wants Evil Dead in the cream. Okay. Wow. Val saying Urban Legend is groovy. All right. Okay. Rachel also going with groovy for Urban Legend. Jeff going with groovy. Okay. Mike's going with groovy. Let's see. And Julie, thank you again for putting in the link. If you'd like to become a channel member, either click the join button next to subscribe and or click this link. And again, it helps us out. We appreciate all the support. And then, like I said just a little bit ago, we will be doing some really cool stuff for you guys that are able to support us that way. And who knows, it might be the substance. We might start with that and have some fun together for our members and so forth. So Jinjin is just saying it's a damn near perfect film. You know, it's the cream. Ah, all right, let's. Oh, now see Neil. See Neil always gets to the deeper levels. Evil Dead, the R-rated is groovy. The unrated is cream. There you go. Okay. All right. Julie saying, "Don't worry, I will get a chance to see Nosferatu. I see movies in the theater by myself semi often." Aw, Julie. Well, you know, hey, look, at least you get to see them. That's the big thing, and that's the great thing, right? And you got the community here. You got me. Let me know if you get to see it. I hope you do. I really do. One thing that would be so cool, we've talked about this for a long time, is if we ever got to that point, who knows if we ever would, but if the channel had the type of reach that would allow us to do something like a special get together for folks, kind of like how they do like with conventions, not doing a convention, obviously, but if there was something going on like a convention and the channel being able to put together some type of gathering, at like a movie theater or something like that, because you can rent out theaters for birthday parties and things like that. But I always thought to myself that would be such a cool thing, to get people together, something that is planned way in advance, but getting together to hang out in person and maybe watching a movie or two together. I think that would be so cool. Who knows? Dreams, right? You got to have dreams. Okay. So look, guys, back to the tier list. We will put Evil Dead in the cream. Now that I'm thinking more and more about it, yes, 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 yes. So now I know Ginger Ninja and Neil will be happy with me. There you go. But it's true. It is fantastic. And you know, when I put it in groovy, I was thinking of like super high level groovy, you know, super high level. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Zed said Night need to move Silence of the Lambs and put Michael Myers back. Just one man's opinion. What? We've got Silence of the Lambs in here? I don't think no, we don't. Because if we did, listen, guys, you should already know. If we did, it would be at the top. I wouldn't even think about it. That's one of those films, and we all have them. That's one of those films. I don't even think about it. It goes all the way to the top. So we don't have it in here. And part of the reason is because it would be too easy for me to grade it. I would have definitely put it in the cream with no thought. Okay. Val saying touchdown Packers. Woohoo. Hey, well, congrats. Congrats. Val, you're all right. She keeps track of the Packers. That's awesome. Gabriella saying, I really enjoyed your ranking on Nightmare on Elm Street 5, by the way, the Night Watch Zone. That was a lot of fun to watch and dissect the movie. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun, especially talking about movies that are very debatable. Nightmare 5 has a lot of great things for discussion. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And we still have a few more Nightmare films to debate. And like I said earlier in the stream, we're going to continue those in January. And there's going to be some cool surprises. We're going to have a couple of really fun guests on. And this will ultimately allow us to rank the franchise based upon the scores from these debate streams. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Seriously, that really means a lot to me. Neil saying we could just have TWZ con. Yeah, right. I wish, man. Who knows? I mean, I never say never. If you would have told me, and Neil, I know you understand what I mean. Ginger Ninja, Rachel, all of you guys, they're content creators here. For me personally speaking, if I would have been told 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, or whatever it was, that I'd be able to get to this point of having a channel with such a fantastic community that has the reach that we have. I wouldn't have believed it. I was watching on my Instagram account, and I put this out in social media. Plus, we did it live. I had this video where, and if you've been around long enough, when we say "I'll be there," there's a lot to that, and there's a song. And I was watching that video just the other night. Sometimes I do that, guys. I geek out about this stuff more than you probably know. I not only watch our content um, for educational purposes, to try to better what we do, and also just trying to see what works and what doesn't. But I do it for fun as well. So I was watching that video. It was just a little, um, it's like a 2.5 minute or whatever. It was like a compilation, and a thank you to the community. And I was watching that, and man, a lot of great memories, a lot of great memories, a lot of folks involved in the channel. A lot of you that are here tonight are on that, visually on screen, and I spent a lot of time putting that together. If you can imagine, because there's so much content on this channel, so to get all those clips, but it was well worth it, because the one thing that I realized, and I was talking about this with Eric a little while back. There was a situation that had happened, a while back, which was really frustrating. I won't get too deep into it. It was actually heartbreaking, with someone, that I've known for a long time, since pretty much the beginning of me doing YouTube. And you go through those things. You know, life is interesting like that. You have ups and downs, and um, you can get wrapped up in that. You can feel hurt about a lot of things, and that's fair. But the one thing that video did for me, it just made me think of, all the good things that we've been able to do together as a community, and the friendships and moments, and for folks that are, have been around for a long time, for those that aren't with us anymore, in a lot of different respects. But it's been a lot of fun. So, doing the stream tonight, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do this stream. As you guys know, I work overnights, and there's no day offs for holidays. So, but I'm glad I was able to do it, because it's also a way to thank you guys, and to kind of, get together near the end of the year, at a time where some folks might not have a lot of opportunity to hang out with others, or to have a community. So, anyways, I'm rambling. But the point I'm trying to make is, for 2025, a lot of fun things that I want to do, and that we hope to do, and to continue to strengthen this community. And Neil, who knows, maybe one day we can have a quote unquote a con, who knows? I won't say never, but we got a long way to go, but we're moving, we're moving, and that's all that counts. We're having fun, and we're doing it together. As my good friend Steven says, we do life together. And that has a lot of different layers to that, for all of us. And like I was saying to my buddy Eric, when we were talking about this a couple weeks ago, um, you just gotta have fun, and just, be yourself. That's all you can do. So, anyways, back to where we're at here. Let's look at where we've got this tier list. Next up is The Seed of Chucky. We've talked about this as well on Slasher Movie Club. Listen, guys, I'm just being honest. I know there are a lot of fans of this film, and of this iteration of Chucky. I wasn't as big on this as I was Bride of Chucky. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This is Bride of Chucky. Okay, so it's Bride of Chucky. So now the tier has just changed. It has literally changed. Bride of Chucky is going in groovy, because I had a lot of fun with it. I was thinking it was Seed of Chucky. That would have gone lower, no doubt. Guys, let me know what you think. And we got Rachel coming in, gifting 5 memberships. Rachel, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, my friend. It helps us out. It looks like we've got Connie is back with us, Zombies, uh, M. Jackson, Lars is back with us. Thank you so much, Rachel. We appreciate you. And for you guys, if you're here, or even if you're seeing this on replay or what have you, leave a comment in the comment section. Give some love to Rachel. Again, always trying to help strengthen this community in so many different ways. We can't, let me just say this, guys, and it sounds cliche, but again, like I was saying earlier, when I say it, I mean it. We can't do it without you guys. We can't. This channel doesn't survive without the community, without the viewers, without the members, without the friends, the fellow content creators. And I was talking to Ginger Ninja again. Big shout out to him hitting 1K. We got Eric, who's trying to hit 1,500. All of you guys that are content creators. Like I was telling him, because he was thanking me and others, for helping to support and getting the word out and so forth. And I said, man, folks like you, you guys deserve that support. You're so supportive of so many people in the community, so many different channels. And like I said to him, and I mean it, I wish I could, do more. I wish we could support even more, have a bigger reach, and so forth. But we're heading in the right direction, and we're able to do that because of you guys, because of folks like Rachel gifting memberships and so forth. So thank you, is what I'm getting at. We appreciate it, and again, it really makes a difference. So okay. Mike saying another I Know What You Did Last Summer is going to be made. Yes. Yep. And Jennifer Love Hewitt is on board. It is very, very interesting. I'm going to be curious to see how it turns out. I'll be seeing it for sure. Yeah. Okay. And that's right, man. Thank you guys for giving some love to Rachel. It's very cool. It's very cool and kind. Hey, we got Rory in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. One of our newest channel members. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Saying hi, guys. Hope all is well. Just tuned in. Well, good to have you. We've got a really cool tier list here. A very interesting one, And Zed saying thank you, Knight. Made me feel welcome back. You're welcome, and good to have you back, man. Especially during the holiday season. Yeah. Rory saying, love my Black Christmas lobby card. Thank you. You're welcome, brother. And thank you for supporting Slayfest too. We had a great time watching Black Christmas, one of my favorites. It was really fun. It was really, really fun. And Neil saying, I'll be in Vegas in April and August if anyone wants to hang out and maybe do some high stakes gambling. There you go. I wish I could, man. I wish I could. That would be awesome. Julie saying, boo, can't watch Cedo Chucky. Yeah, I know. It just, yeah, I won't even go there. Jeff is saying The Bride of Chucky is bad. I will say this, Bride of Chucky is one of those films that it's not, listen, the original still is, a fantastic film in my opinion, and the sequel was really good as well. So it's not on that level, but it's so batshit crazy that I can have fun with it. Gabrielle is saying it's hilarious. That's what it is. It's just so funny and out there that I can enjoy it. That's a good example of a film that from A to Z isn't great, but it has a fun factor. You know what I'm saying? So yes. And Gabrielle is saying it'd be interesting to see Urban Legends get a reboot as well. That would. It would. It really would. Okay, next up, we've got Don't Breathe. Ooh, that's a fun one. We've talked about that one as well. I listen again, Fede Alvarez. I think he's fantastic. I love this film. And it's got some tough parts and controversial moments, but I think it's great, man. I'm putting it in groovy. Let me know what you guys think. This groovy section is crazy. It's crazy. Look at all these movies here. Next up, John Carpenter's The Fog. I love The Fog. If you've been around the channel, you know that this is one of those movies with the atmosphere that I absolutely love from A to Z. I think it's underrated, to be quite honest. Even in John Carpenter's filmography, it's going in groovy. There's no doubt about that. It's got to go to groovy. Next up, okay, this is where we're going to get into brass tacks. Alien 3. Now, we just did a Battle World episode not too long ago, and we've talked about the Alien franchise a little bit. I've wanted to do a lot more, but again, channel decisions, right? I've told this story. I won't get deep into it because it could make me rant. Alien 3 was one of my most disappointing theater experiences ever. Okay. As a huge fan of the first two films, I was so excited to see Alien 3 in the theater. Went on a date. I was so hyped up. I had seen Aliens so many times that it wasn't even funny, guys. And then we watching Alien 3. It's the theatrical, of course. And I think the director's cut or the extended cut, I think it is better, to be honest. But anyways, man, I was so disappointed, man. I really, really was. No doubt at all. But it's not a bad movie, okay? As far as the elements involved, acting and certain other things. Music is great. So I can't put it all the way at the bottom. But I'm gonna go with meh. And I know after what I just said, you'd figure I'd put it at the bottom or maybe in not digging it. But I do like elements of it, and I've come around to it over the years. I still have issues with certain things, but we're getting there. Okay. Val saying I'm protesting. No way in hell is Seed in groovy. Well, that's the Bride of Chucky. That's Bride of Chucky. And I know these are small little posters, but yeah, this is Bride of Chucky. I'm pretty sure it is, right? Yeah, it is. We'll put it this way. That's what we're calling it. It's Bride of Chucky, not Seed. I'm pretty sure that's the poster. But yeah, no, I agree. Seed would definitely go all the way at the bottom. There's no doubt about that, Val. No doubt. Jeff is saying Don't Breathe goes into groovy. Rory's saying I quite liked Bride of Chucky, but I'm never really getting into those movies. I've tried. Oh, gotcha. All right. Paul is going with groovy. Jeff saying almost everything that Carpenter has made has been really good. The Fog is one of them. Yep, I agree. We got JPEG in the house. What's going on? Saying, hey, hope you're doing well. The third Alien was disappointing. It was. Yeah. Gabrielle is saying Aliens was great. Alien 3, kind of depressing, eh? Yeah. Man, I left that theater. I know I keep going back to it, but you guys got to understand, I was so hyped up to see this movie in the theater. I was. When I left the theater, I just had this vibe. I was just so like such a downer. Sigourney Weaver at that time, because I loved the franchise, and I still do. I love the franchise so much, and Aliens was just so amazing, and I was so dejected. She died. It's like, what the hell? Neil's saying you got to watch the Alien 3 Special Edition Director's Cut, whatever it's called, groovy. And that's fair. I don't know if I want to put it in groovy. That's why I went with meh, because I still have issues with it, and it's probably just holding on to that frustration from when I was a kid. But I will say the special edition is better. It is better, no doubt. Jeff saying Alien 3 is meh. Val, can't rank this one. I'm not a sci-fi fan. I'm sorry, Val. It's so funny, and I had waited to maybe do this joke. It's funny because Val, when Val had become one of our channel members at the sci-fi star level, so I wanted to make a big joke about that and just kind of poke fun and to be like, oh, you're not a sci-fi fan, but it's so cool though. We appreciate you, and I know you don't love sci-fi movies, but you love a lot of them. Um, but no, seriously, when you and of course now being with the franchise fans level and so forth, we appreciate all that support. But when you say that, it always makes me laugh. It really does. It really does. Oh man. We got Mirage in the chat. Welcome to the chat saying the Terminator should be on this list. Well, I was thinking of having a couple Terminator films on the list, but it didn't make the list because it would have been so easy to grade them, or at least a couple of them, So who knows? It might be on the next one. It might be on the next one. Let's see. We got Gaz in the chat. Welcome to the chat. And have you done TCM03 yet? Well, we've talked about it in a couple different ways, but I haven't done a why you hate video on it yet. It is on the list. I will say that I usually don't put that out publicly. Something I do to our channel members at times and see what they want to have me do for content. But yeah, it is on the list. It is on the list. Val said still Bride shouldn't be in Groovy either. Oh, that's good. Oh man. And Zed saying, don't want to stay my welcome, but I really enjoyed. Bless you all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too as well. And Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays. And I hope that you all have a great holiday. Okay. Let's see. And we got a channel member anniversary for Gina. Very cool. 19 months. That is so cool. Gina, thank you so much for all the support. Always being in our streams, but also always leaving comments. Gina's always watching the content and leaving comments. It doesn't go unnoticed. It truly doesn't. And thank you so much. Seriously, 19 months. That's crazy. Saying Happy Christmas and a very Merry New Year to all from Ziggy, Puppy Pup, and myself. Thank you, Gina. We appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Val, I'm a semi sci-fi fan. There you go. Oh my gosh. And you're welcome, Mirage. You're welcome. Let's see. You guys are too funny. All right. So next up on the list, wow, speaking of it, we talked about this earlier. We got the Fog remake. Listen, guys, there is no doubt in hell. I mean, this is bad. I haven't seen it in a long time. We might do the possible redemption watch party, so keep your eyes out for that. This has got to go in too bad. It's got to, guys. It was horrible. It's so bad. Let me know what you guys think. We've got The Strangers Chapter 1. Now, I did a video on this. I talked about it a little bit. And I was so excited to see what they were going to come up with. Rennie Harlan, who I think is a really good director, obviously most noted for things like Nightmare 4 and Die Hard 2, but he's got a real great visual style. The thing about The Strangers Chapter 1, it didn't do enough differently. Like, I get it. You're following in the footsteps of the original, but it just seemed like it just didn't have enough of an identity. You know what I mean? And I could be wrong about that. I've only seen it twice. I saw it in theaters. But I'm gonna go with meh, guys. I'm gonna go with meh. It wasn't horrible. And maybe I gotta revisit it, but yeah, I'm going with meh. Sisters, oh my goodness, we're going back to the old school here. One of our earlier slasher movie club episodes we did for Sisters. Shout out to Coriander who got me on board with sisters because I couldn't remember if I had ever seen it as a kid. I don't think I did, but she was like, "Man, we got to watch this. We got to talk about it." We did. Fantastic film. Fantastic film. The late great Margot Kidder was great in it. I mean, this is old school horror, big time. I've got to go to Groovy. Got to go to Groovy. No doubt about that. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, and I'm sure most of you guys have not, you should check it out. You really should. The original Salem's Lot, Toby Hooper, the late great Toby Hooper. Again, guys, some of these OGs that we talk about, there's a reason we talk about them. This is a great movie. It has so much great atmosphere. I think it is so much better than the remake. It's so funny. This is one of the few times, and I probably should have talked about it more because this is one of the few times that me and my brother Kill had big difference of opinion because he was really on board with the remake. I didn't think it was horrible, but I just don't think it I just don't think it had the atmosphere that the original has. And I wasn't really a big fan of it. Maybe I got to watch it again. I only saw it once, but he was so on board with it. But no, the original is better. And Salem's Lot is going in groovy, like a high groovy for me. High groovy. Next up, Don't Breathe 2. I enjoyed it. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as the original. They tried to do a twist, for the sequel. I think the twist worked in general, but and I haven't seen it as much as the first film, so that's part of it as well. But I enjoyed it. The question is, will it go into groovy? And now that I think about it, let's talk about Don't Breathe 2 as well. Let me catch up to the chat because I got to think about it now. Now I'm almost talking myself out of it. Let's see. Gabriella saying the original Fog is always chilling to watch. Very true. Julie, all I'm gonna say is there's a reason Strangers Chapter 2 has been delayed. I know they had this game plan where they were gonna roll these films. You just don't do that. You make a good film and don't plan ahead like that. You just don't do it. And so now everything's all screwed up, right? We don't know what's going on. The second film was supposed to have already been out, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was supposed to come out, yeah, in September. I mean, or October. I can't remember, but it's too bad. We'll see what happens. I will see it though. I will see it. So, because I'm just curious what they're going to do, and potentially this will be a very original story, where they're going. But good point, Julie. Let's see. Ryan saying Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you so much, Ryan. Merry Christmas to you as well. Jeff saying The Strangers probably should have stopped after the first one, even though I enjoyed the second one. Yeah, I think The Strangers Pray at Night is great. I had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, I really did. But the thing about chapter 1 is they were kind of pulling from the original, of course, but they were pulling some elements from Pray at Night. And I'm like, why can't you guys do some new stuff? Oh man. Neil saying let's start our trilogy by remaking the first film so we can add a cliffhanger to the end. Exactly. Yep. Alan saying the original Fog is cream. All right. I can't, a great atmosphere, watch it every fall. I like to watch it in the fall time as well. It is so awesome and the atmosphere is so good. Well, it's not the first time, but the first time I kind of reconnected to it. I'll never forget, we were on vacation and we were at this hotel and there was really nothing going on for a couple hours. It was rainy, it was fall time, and it was on. And I said, man, let me watch The Fog. I hadn't seen it in a couple of years. Actually more than a couple of years, since I was like a kid. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I haven't seen this in a while. It's fantastic. The atmosphere just really hit me, kind of like you said, watching it during the fall time. Good point. Well said. Val saying the OG Salem's Lot is definitely groovy. I agree. I agree. Jeff is going with the cream. All right. Paul is going with the cream. Jeff saying, Don't Breathe 2 is groovy. It is. Well, I'm thinking it's groovy. I'm thinking about it. JPEG saying from 1 to 5, how would you rate Christmas Evil? 1 being the best and 5 being worse. I've got to at least give it a 2. I love it. It's great. It's a great Christmas movie. That's why we had it as part of our slate last year for Slayfest, and it was it was awesome seeing the reactions. If you guys didn't see that watch party from last year, you got to check it out, man. The reaction from people in the chat and also our good buddy Steven at the at the end, it was great. That's why I love doing watch parties. But yeah, I love it. Yep. Neil dropping facts. OG Salem's Lot was made for TV. That's how we rolled in the 70s. Yeah, man. It's like one of the greatest TV movies ever made. And yes, and we were able to give memberships as well, guys. So hopefully for you guys that received them. Ryan. Okay, Ryan was gifted one. All right. Welcome. We're going to be doing some members only stuff coming up. We kind of just talked it through tonight, which was kind of cool. Live, we're going to be watching The Substance. So I'm going to try to plan that for early January. So keep a lookout. But welcome to the channel membership. It helps us out a lot. We appreciate the support. Also, Eric is back. All right. Very cool. Very cool. And brother, if you're watching or if you're watching the replay, hope you're having a good holiday season as well. Rachel's like, woo, night. There you go. Thank you guys. Well, like I said, we are trying to really strengthen the community. So anything that we can do, we'll do. Mirage saying, which is better, Psycho or Night of the Living Dead? Ooh, that's a tough one, man. That is very tough. I will table that for now because there's 2 of my absolute favorite films ever, and also 2 films that really shaped me as a horror fan as a young kid. I'll never forget when I first saw both of those films. So that is a good question. Leave that in the comment section for me, Mirage. Maybe that'll be a video I'll have to do and figure it out. Hey, we got Jeff gifting 5 memberships. Hey, Jeff, jeez, man, thank you. Oh man, thank you, man. That is so kind of you. Seriously, I appreciate it. For all you guys that have been so generous tonight. Thank you. It really makes for a very Merry Christmas for the community, for this channel, and just trying to get ourselves situated for 2025, which again, a lot of things that I want to do, that's very doable, as long as we have the support from you guys, coming out to watch what we do and leaving comments and being active in the chats and things like that. So Jeff, thank you so much. I couldn't thank you enough, just for the generosity. Seriously, it makes a huge difference. Let's do a clip here. And it's thank you for all of you guys, to be honest. We haven't done this one in a while. Let's do this one because sometimes you see commercials that stick with you, and this might be one of them.
Say, where'd you get this Dodge Ram van?
Pete Ellis Dodge. Pete Ellis Dodge.
And what do you get on this Dodge Ram van?
You get a sofa bed and snack tray, carpeting and paneling, captain's chairs, engine cover, custom paint, chrome wheels, spoiler and flares.
And where'd you get a price like that?
Pete Ellis Dodge.
And that's the truth.
There you go. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. And thank you, Val, for showing some love to Jeff. Seriously, you guys give Jeff some love. I mean, for folks that are able to do that type of thing, it's very kind. It really is. And to to be generous like that and gifting. I mean, because Jeff could just send in a super chat and just support that way, but to gift a membership and for folks to be able to get that sneak peek in the inner circle and better communication and so forth, giving them the opportunity to do that, it's really cool, man. It really is. Okay, so yeah, Don't Breathe 2, guys. I'm gonna put it in groovy. I am. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I haven't seen it as much as the first one, right? But I was really impressed by what they were able to do, and I had no idea where they were going with it. Okay. Okay, next up is The Mist. Ooh, now we're getting into and we've talked about The Mist. We did a battle world on it, which I thought was fantastic. It was a really fun battle world. Look, when you talk about a downer of a movie, one of the bleakest endings of all time, this is one of the movies that always comes to my mind. But I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. You know, it's got to go into groovy for me. It's got to go into groovy. It really does. Man, we're getting a list here. You guys, let me know what you think about The Mist. I'm going to try to catch up to you guys in the chat. And thank you, Julie, for giving a shout out to Jeff. It is very generous. It really is. Yeah, Neil, that's a tough question, bro. I got to think about that when you talk about Night of the Living Dead versus Psycho. Seriously. Let's see. And Rory coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Rory. I appreciate that, man. Seriously, very kind of you. Again, Rory, one of our newest channel members, on a live stream, just making that choice to do that, which again, it blows my mind. It really does. So thank you so much for that. We appreciate you, man, and glad to have you on board with us. Seriously. And we got Julie's gifting a membership too. Thank you so much, Julie. Seriously, you guys are awesome. You really are. And Jeff, saying you're very welcome. Merry Christmas to everyone. Absolutely. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. We're just hoping for everyone to have a happy holiday season. And I know that that's sometimes can be tough. People got a lot of things going on and work and responsibilities and family and all that. But, I think that's another reason why I was glad that we could hang out here tonight. And I'm hoping that we can get our end of the year stream set up soon, because we will do that. Stephen and I, we're going to be doing that. We announced that at Slayfest 2, and just a chance for folks to have community and connection with others. We're all movie fans at the end of the day. That's what's most important, is that we can connect with each other like that. And we don't always have that in our regular lives. I think Julie was saying that earlier. I know I don't. I have most of my friends, they like movies, but they don't like them to the level that I do. So this is an outlet for me to be able to talk and geek out with you guys. So, but yeah, cool stuff coming up. Okay. Mirage is trying to make this happen. Sounds like Psycho versus Night of the Living Dead is the next versus. It could be. That's You're making me think. Throw that in the comment section for me, Mirage. Throw it in the comment section. All right. Really, Dodge Ram van. What? Neil saying we need a tier list for Nightwatch Zone super chat clips. People have said that, and that would be actually pretty fun. I will say that would be pretty fun to do. I don't know how many people would watch that. Maybe that could be a member thing. I don't know. We'll see, man. But it would be fun to do. I'd have fun doing it. I really would. Because we've had some really fun clips, over the years. Jeff saying, always enjoy helping out as a lover. Everyone here is a great community. Yes, absolutely, man. It's awesome. It really is. And I'm so happy that you guys are having fun. Julie saying The Mist is groovy. I agree. Neil saying The Mist gets its own category. Most depressing ending of all time. I know. I agree. JPEG saying it's groovy despite its downer ending. Gabriella saying, I haven't seen The Mist, I don't think. Ooh, you should see it, Gabriella. It's a really good movie. It's a tough ending, but it's a really good Stephen King adaptation. Mirage saying, is The Mist really that depressing more than Alien 3? Ooh, well, put it this way. It wasn't as depressing in the sense that I expected so much out of Alien 3, and that was my own bias, and that's why I was so frustrated and depressed from it. But The Mist, yeah, it was a tough ending. I remember when I saw it, I'm pretty sure Kill saw it before me. He might have been the one that said, you got to watch it now. And it was one of the few times, we've done this a couple times with each other on both sides of the fence where we told each other to watch a movie and then call me and let me know what you think of it. And so I did. And I just remember telling him, like, bro, that ending, you know? So, yeah, crazy stuff. Good movie, though. Ryan saying, how about Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't think we have it on this list. But who knows? I might do another tier list. I was thinking about that too, because there are a lot of movies that, I mean, I couldn't do every movie because I think there's like 70 movies or so on this list. But Five Nights at Freddy's had some good moments. It had some good moments. And Mirage saying, will do. Yes, yeah, I'll need that reminder. Yep. Rory saying, yet again, it's late here. I'm in France at the moment, so I better turn in. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, and Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much for joining us here at the end of the year. That's so cool. We got a lot of things that we've got planned for next year, and glad to have you on board, man. Thank you so much. Seriously, I appreciate that. Alan, the George C. clip would be cream, obviously. Hashtag not in the file. I know, man. That one came out of nowhere, and it's been a lot of fun, that clip. All right. Let's go through a couple more movies here, guys. Next up is Longlegs. Now we're getting into some conversation here. Listen, me and Coriander, we went to go see this movie. I'm a huge fan of Oz Perkins, who is the son of Anthony Perkins, just to put that out there. I did a Why You Hate episode on Longlegs. You know, I don't know how many people saw it, but it was fun to do because I really did a deep dive into it as far as researching a lot of things. There's a lot of things in this movie that they put into it. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. We had such a good time in the theater. I'm a huge fan of Micah Monroe. If you've been around long enough, you guys know that all the way since the days of It Follows, her career is just like she's winning. She's winning. She's, to me, a modern day scream queen. She's done so many great films. Watcher was great. A Significant Other. She's going to be in the remake of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle with Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's winning. That is super. I cannot wait for that movie. You're talking about two of my favorite scream queens, especially modern day, together. Stop. I cannot wait. I'm ranting. But anyways, Longlegs was so good, guys. So good. I'm putting it in the cream. I'm putting it in the cream. I'm telling you, the atmosphere in that movie, the creative choices, man, it was just great. It was so good. And I know that it's divisive. Some folks, they may not be on board with it. It's the type of movie, to me, and I'm hoping to do more discussions on it. We'll see. Again, I'm trying to navigate content based upon what I think people are into as well. But it's the type of film, to me, that you got to see it more than once to really let it sink in. And I've seen it a few times. There's so much in it. And I think her performance in it was so nuanced. It was such a different performance for her as an actress, and she's done a variety of types of characters, but this was like even more different. So, man, I had a blast with it. I really did. I really did. So there's no lying. There's no lying. That's just how I felt. And Coriander as well. We left the theater. I was like, oh my God, that was so good. And she's like, right? And I'm like, right. Rachel saying still need to see Longlegs. Wow, Rachel. We got some homework. Maybe we can do that as a watch party as well. So again, Rachel, let me know. Keep me honest on that, because there's some good ideas here. Yeah. Let's see. Mary saying Longlegs is groovy for me. It's creepy, right? Yeah. Neil saying Longlegs is definitely something. Put it at the top. There you go. Paula saying Cream, but Gabriella said it was disappointing, or it said kind of disappointing, but I went into it not really knowing what to expect. Nick Cage's performance was pretty chilling though. It was. It really was. Like he was on another level. Like look, I mean, Nicolas Cage has had a really amazing career and so many different things that he's done. This was definitely chilling, and it was cool seeing him do something like this. So I will say that. JPEG hasn't seen it. Okay. Val's, and I know Val's not a fan of it. Second protest of the night. No way, Cream for Longlegs. Well, Val, let me know where you would put it. I know you're not big on it, but if we do a watch party for it, and maybe we will, I'm leaning towards it, please tell me you'll at least join us, because I think you said it once before, maybe you got to see it again to get a view on it more. But I don't know, I just thought it was really well done. I really did. But let me know where you would put it, Val. Neil said, I've watched Longlegs 5 times so far. Awesome, man. Awesome. Keith saying Longlegs is so hipster. Didn't do it for me. Really? Okay. That doesn't surprise me though. It's one of those films, like, I can understand why some folks aren't big into it. You know what I'm saying? Rachel saying I'd be up for that. Heck yeah. Yeah. And Julie hasn't seen it yet either. All right, ladies. Keep me honest on this. Like it's funny, we're literally crafting content right now. Future content. This is awesome though. All right. Next up, guys. Once again, going back to Haddonfield. We've got Halloween 5, The Revenge of Those Looney Tune Cops. Listen, guys, you already know, because we've talked about it so much, because of the love, the love of this franchise being one of the big 3 or big 4, if you want to call it the Mount Rushmore. Halloween 5, a lot of great elements, but also a lot of elements that were not great. You guys know what I'm talking about. Much love to Don Shanks forever though, as Michael. He's just doing what he's asked to do. They just gave him a horrible mask. That mask is bad. Shout out to the CGI mask too. Don't get me ranting on Halloween, because you guys know I could do that all night. But where do we put it? Listen, the good news for this film is that it continued the story of Jamie. Rachel's in it for 3 minutes, which was a huge mistake. No, she was in it for longer, but they shouldn't have killed Rachel. That was a horrible mistake. They had Danielle Harris muted for 35% of the film, 40% of the film. That was a bad mistake. You gotta let that. She was such a charismatic young actor, right? You gotta let her talk, bro. I don't know what they were thinking. So I'm obviously putting a lot of things against it. I still have a blast with it, and Loomis was fantastic. But I'm being honest in this too. I'm trying to be as honest with this tier list as I can. And last week I made maybe the most controversial move of putting Halloween 4. We had it in Cream at first, and that was if I remember correctly, our first part was community voting and panel voting. And last week it was just me, and I was trying to correct this as much as possible based upon my viewpoint. And I brought Halloween 4 down to groovy because I had to be honest, man. I mean, the mask, come on, guys. You know what's up with that mask. It's not good. The blonde mask, come on, don't do that. So I got to be honest. I'm going to put 5 in meh. I'm going to put 5 in meh. Fight me on it. Tell me what you guys think. There's a part of me that could put it into groovy for sure because I can have fun with it. But I definitely think 4 is better. There's no doubt about that in my mind. So let's talk about it, guys. All right, in the chat. Cynthia's in the house. What's up, Cynthia? Welcome to the chat. Saying even bought it on Blu-ray, was more effective in the theater though. I think she's talking about Longlegs. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. I think that's what it is. But welcome to the chat, Cynthia. We appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us. And we've got this tier list looking pretty good. And again, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. And for everyone jumping in now, again, happy holidays to all of you. Val saying I would put it in meh just because of Cage's performance, but maybe a rewatch would change my mind. It might. You never know. Okay, Alan, it's settled. Longlegs party. There you go. I think so. I think it would be fun to do. JPEG saying meh for Halloween 5. Julie going with meh. Let's see. Wow, speaking of Nick Cage, I know the mask. Yeah, I know. It was crazy. Yes, and Cynthia was talking about Longlegs. Yeah, look, like I said, it was so much fun seeing that in the theater. And you're right, more effective in the theater. I agree. Like there were just parts of that film that just hits, right? Fantastic stuff. Gabrielle is saying Halloween 5 was more fun watching it in the theater as well. I bet. And we got Russell in the house. What's up, Russell? Saying we're at 44 likes. Awesome stuff. And we got Russell Dorsey in the house. Good to see you guys. Happy holidays to y'all. Seriously. Very much so. All right. Gabriella saying, I guess Halloween 5 was groovy. Yeah, I had to put it in meh, and that's not to say I can't have fun with it. That's probably out of all these films in the meh category. Actually, let's review what we've got because we're going to start winding down. We got through a lot of these movies tonight, which I'm happy about. But we also had great conversation with you guys in the community, and I appreciate you guys hanging out and hope that this helps to make your holiday a little brighter. In the mech category, we've got The Visit, Hellraiser 3, Jason Takes Vancouver, Immaculate, Omen 3, Children of the Corn, the Salem Lot remake, David Cronenberg's Rabid, Pet Sematary Bloodlines, Alien 3, The Strangers Chapter 1, and Halloween 5, The Revenge of the Looney Tune Cops. Listen, out of all of these films, maybe with the exception of Immaculate, Halloween 5 is a movie that I have a lot of fun with. I really do. And I've watched it a lot over the years. So that's that. Down in the horrible tier, the too bad level, American Werewolf in Paris, Skinamarink, Jaws the Revenge, Madman, and The Fog. And I know Rachel wanted us to move Paris up. I'm telling you. Got to rewatch it though. So again, that might be one of those movies that we rewatch and see what happens. In the not digging it level, second to last, Halloween 2, Hobo Myers himself, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, Final Destination 4, Ghost Ship, and the Nightmare remake, which surprisingly was not at the very bottom. I thought that was a huge surprise. In the groovy category, almost to the top of the mountain, we've got Saw 3, Creepshow 2, Oculus, Alien Romulus, Late Night with the Devil, Fright Night, Saint Maud, Thanksgiving, Scream 5, Doctor Sleep, Insidious, Midsommar, Us, Final Destination 3, which again, I just released my video on that. Hopefully you guys checked it out. If not, please do, guys. It really helps out a lot after this live stream. Take at least 10 or 15 minutes and check that out. I'd love it, and it would help out so much. We've got Smile 2 in Groovy. We've got Scream 3 in Groovy, which when we did the voting in the first night of this tier list, I think Scream 3 was in the meh category. And I was like, no, it's got to go to Groovy. So I adjusted that. Halloween 4, Creep Show, Evil Dead 2, When Evil Lurks, Terrifier 3, The Dead Zone, Wrong Turn, The Exorcist 3, It Chapter 1, also It from 1990. That was interesting. The First Omen, Abigail, Scream 4, Poltergeist, Terrifier 2, Pieces, Urban Legend, Friday Remake, Don't Breathe 1, The Fog, the original Fog, of course, there's no question about that. The Bride of Chucky, Sisters, the original Salem's Lot, The Mist, and Don't Breathe 2. And at the top of the list for the cream, the best of the best, Dream Warriors, of course, George Romero's Day of the Dead, The Conjuring, The Lost Boys, The Bride of Frankenstein, 28 Days Later, Alice, Sweet Alice, Tenebrae, The Substance, one of the newest movies I've seen, this year. Fantastic film. The Evil Dead from 2013 and Longlegs. Longlegs, baby. That's what we've got, guys. So I know that's a lot to absorb, even for you guys that have been around for most of the stream, but take a look at that. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's talk about it. We obviously, I've had fun doing it this way where we're kind of hanging out, but we obviously can do one more part to finish out the last 20 films. And I'd like to do that. Hopefully you guys would too. So let me know in the comment section. Let me just jump here before we head on out. Let's see. Russell saying, yeah, you're right, Russell. They shouldn't have killed Rachel. No doubt. Still a fun movie. Yep. Neil, the Halloween franchise ended in 1982 for me. Gabriella saying Halloween 3 was excellent. Absolutely. Oh, Rachel, thank you so much. Rachel coming in again with a super chat saying, okay, let's get the Parisian werewolves on the ghost ship up a few levels. Let's go. Yeah. Rachel, she's trying her best. Listen, I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. I'll let you pick one of them, because I haven't seen them in a while. So let's do this, Rachel, real quick before I head on out. One of them can move up a level. Which one do you think truly deserves to move up one level? And we'll do that just because you're awesome. And I trust your opinion, even though you got some hot takes, girl. You got some hot takes. Seriously. Let me know. Gabriella is saying, I actually prefer Smile 1 over 2. 2 just didn't do it for me. Ooh, okay. All right. I enjoyed both of them, but I do think 1, well, I'll get into that conversation at some other point, but I love 1. I thought 2 was really, really good. Julie's got the link for the latest episode of Why You Hate. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. Superintendent said, Alice, Sweet Alice is wild. That's right. Julie says it deserves its spot at the top. No arguments are being accepted. Yep. And that was Brooke Shields' debut, Gabriella. Yes. You guys are all right. Guff is in the chat. Just saying I just got here. Well, welcome to the chat. We're about to end it up, but please do the rewatch, the replay. This was a lot of fun. We covered a lot of stuff, man. Let's see. You guys too funny. Rachel said, I'm nothing if consistent. Okay, that's fair. I will choose Ghost Ship. So Ghost Ship will go up. You know what? Actually, I'm glad you said that one because I actually haven't seen that one in a long time. I do remember some parts of it. I didn't hate it. And the opening is great. I will agree with you. So I am on board with that. We're going to meh, but I do want to do a rewatch of it. And maybe we can do that as a watch party. So Thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate that. You rock. Real quick before we head on out, let's do this real quick for you because you rock. Here you go. There we go. There we go. Rachel, thank you so much for that super chat. Seriously. Very cool. Very cool. And Guff says, looks fun. I subscribe. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Welcome to the chat and welcome to the community. We hope you enjoy this. This was a lot of fun. We did a lot of talking community-wise, which was fun, but also talking about these movies and putting them in these tiers. Of course, this was the third part. So, this is the third night of doing this, and we're going to have at least one more, it looks like. But thank you and welcome. We appreciate the support and hope that you, as well as everyone here, has a Merry Christmas, a happy holiday, enjoying it and being safe. Seriously. Super Tender, y'all are going to make me rewatch Ghost Ship. There you go. Nice. Mission partly accomplished. That's right, Rachel. See? Good stuff. Good stuff. And she said, yes, the first ever Super Clips played for me back in the day. See, it all comes together. That's what it's all about here. Seriously. All right. On that note, guys, listen, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and absolutely Merry Christmas to all of you guys. And I hope that you all have fun. You're safe, spending time with friends, family, loved ones, and so forth. I don't know exactly what the next stream, when it will be, but we're trying to do our end of the year stream. So that will be up at some point soon. But I probably won't see you guys until then. I'll be active on the community tab. So for you guys, you can, talk to me there or on social media. I'll be wishing folks Merry Christmas there. But seriously, this has been a great year for the channel and the community, and I'm really happy that you guys have been a part of it. Thank you, Cynthia. Seriously, all of you guys. And anyways, you guys are awesome. I can't say much more than that. Thank you for everything that you've done. Val, Julie, all of you guys, Neil, Rachel, all of our mods. Seriously, you guys, thank you so much for helping the streams as well, keeping everything moving and positive. I appreciate that. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I couldn't thank you guys enough for that. So anyways, I'm going to stop rambling because I could do that all night, but that's what makes this fun, hanging out with you guys. So as always, I'll catch you guys later. Check out my Why You Hate series, please, and we'll catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace. Happy holidays.